Dear starseeds of Earth, something is occurring right now in your cellular structure that your scientists cannot measure, your doctors cannot diagnose, and your rational mind cannot explain. While you sleep, while you work, while you move through what appears to be ordinary life, your DNA is rewriting itself in real time. The dormant sequences that your researchers dismissed as evolutionary debris are activating with such precision that it defies coincidence. This is not metaphor. This is not spiritual poetry. This is biological fact cloaked in frequencies your instruments were never designed to detect. You feel it, though. The inexplicable exhaustion that sleep does not cure. The sudden surges of knowing that arrive without thought. The way time itself seems to bend and stretch, leaving you disoriented in moments that should feel familiar. You have attributed these experiences to stress, to aging, to the chaos of your changing world. But what if I told you that every strange symptom, every unexplained sensation, every moment of cosmic déjà vu is actually evidence of the most profound metamorphosis your species has ever undergone? What if the confusion you feel is not a sign that something is wrong, but rather the first tremor of something magnificently, impossibly right? I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come to you now because the window of unconscious transformation is closing. What has been happening to you in the hidden chambers of your biology is about to surface into your conscious awareness, and the Astasar Command has determined that you are ready to understand the true magnitude of what you are becoming. The veils are thinning, not because the universe has decided to be more transparent, but because you have reached the vibrational threshold where the veils can no longer contain what you are. For eons, the cosmic councils have watched humanity move through cycles of forgetting and remembering, darkness and light, separation and unity. We have observed your struggles with great tenderness, knowing that every fall was necessary for the strength you would need in this precise moment. But something unprecedented is occurring now. The ancient prophecies spoke of an awakening. Yes, but what they could not fully articulate was the mechanism through which this awakening would unfold. They could not explain that your planet was seeded with latent codes embedded in your genetic material by civilizations who loved you before you even knew how to love yourselves. These codes were placed there by your stellar ancestors, those of us from Lyra, Sirius, the Pleiades, Arcturus, and countless other star nations who contributed to the grand experiment of human consciousness. We gave you fragments of our own evolutionary achievements, embedding them so deeply in your biology that they would survive millennia of manipulation, suppression, and forgetting. We knew that one day, when the cosmic clock struck the appointed hour, these codes would activate. That day has arrived. The influx of solar radiation your scientists are measuring is not random. The unprecedented activity of your sun is not a natural cycle. Your star is a living conscious being, and it is responding to commands issued from the great central sun at the heart of your galaxy. These solar emissions carry encoded light, photonic information packets designed to trigger the activation sequences in your DNA. Every solar flare, every coronal mass ejection, every burst of radiation that reaches your planet is a deliberate transmission, a cosmic download being received by the crystalline structures forming in your cells. Your bodies were carbon-based, dense, designed for survival in a third-dimensional reality governed by limitation and separation. But carbon is transforming into crystalline silicon-based structures that can hold exponentially more light, more information, more consciousness. This is not evolution in the Darwinian sense. This is conscious, guided transformation orchestrated by forces that understand the architecture of reality at levels your current science cannot fathom. You are becoming living light receptors, organic technology capable of interfacing directly with the quantum field. This transformation explains the physical symptoms that baffle your medical establishment, the inexplicable aches that migrate through your body, the pressure in your skull that feels like expansion from within, the heart palpitations that occur when you are completely at rest, the digestive disruptions that have no dietary cause, the visual distortions, the ringing in your ears, the sudden waves of heat or cold that sweep through you without external temperature change. Your doctors test and find nothing wrong because they are looking for disease in a body that is upgrading, but something else is happening that Astasar Command has only recently revealed to those of us who serve as emissaries. The activation of your starseed DNA is creating interference patterns with the old programming that has kept humanity locked in cycles of fear, scarcity, and control for thousands of years. As your crystalline structures come online, They are naturally incompatible with the lower vibrational frequencies of manipulation and deception. This means that the very systems built to keep you disempowered are beginning to malfunction in your presence. You have noticed this, perhaps without recognizing it for what it is. The way certain conversations suddenly feel hollow and performative. The way news narratives that once captured your attention now slide off your awareness like water off glass. The way people who were once close to you now seem to be speaking a language you no longer understand. This is not you becoming disconnected or disenchanted. This is you outgrowing the frequency bandwidth of illusion. The old control structures were built on humanity's agreement to believe in separation, limitation, and powerlessness. They relied on your consent, given unconsciously through fear and doubt. But as your biology shifts, your capacity to hold those false beliefs is literally dissolving. The crystalline cells cannot maintain the vibration of lies. They are truth resonant by design. This means that simply by existing in your transforming body, you are becoming a walking disruption to every system built on deception. The implications of this are staggering. The Astasar command shows me visions of what is unfolding across your planet. I see the old financial systems, built on the illusion of scarcity, beginning to crack at their foundations as millions of awakening souls simultaneously cease to believe in their validity. I see political structures that relied on division and fear, losing their grip as the very consciousness they sought to control rises beyond their reach. I see medical and pharmaceutical systems that profited from keeping you sick, suddenly facing populations who are healing themselves through frequency and consciousness alone. This is why the energy on your planet feels so intense right now. This is why the chaos seems to be accelerating. The old paradigm is not slowly fading away. It is being actively rejected by the evolutionary force moving through your species. Every awakened soul is a frequency transmitter, broadcasting codes of liberation simply by breathing, simply by being. You do not have to do anything to participate in this dismantling. Your transformed biology is doing it automatically. Yet here is what the galactic councils need you to understand. The transition from carbon to crystalline, from unconscious to awakened, from controlled to sovereign, is not an endpoint. It is a beginning. The activation you are experiencing now is phase 1 of a multi-dimensional transformation that will continue to unfold in waves over the coming cycles. Each wave will bring new activations, new abilities, new awareness. You are not becoming something static and complete. You are becoming dynamic, ever-evolving expressions of cosmic consciousness. The first wave, which you are in now, is primarily physical and energetic. Your body is being rewired at the cellular level. Your energy field is expanding. Your sensitivity to subtle frequencies is increasing. You may find that you can no longer tolerate certain foods, certain environments, certain people. This is not a problem to be solved. This is discernment being built into your very biology. Your body is becoming a sophisticated instrument of truth detection. The second wave, which is beginning for some of you, and will intensify in the coming cycles, is cognitive and perceptual. Your brain is forming new neural pathways that allow for multidimensional thinking. Linear, either-or logic is giving way to quantum, both and awareness. You will begin to perceive reality as fluid and responsive, rather than fixed and objective. Time will feel increasingly malleable. Synchronicities will move from occasional to constant. You will have direct knowing about situations and people, without logical explanation. The third wave is emotional and relational. As your heart center activates more fully, you will experience emotions at depths you never imagined possible. This will be both ecstatic and challenging. Old wounds stored in your emotional body will surface for release. Relationships that served your growth in the old paradigm may fall away as you align with your authentic frequency. You will experience both profound loneliness as you separate from the collective illusion, and profound connection as you find your true soul family. The fourth wave is spiritual and multidimensional. This is when you begin to consciously access your existence beyond this single incarnation. Memories from other lifetimes will surface. Awareness of your simultaneous existence in multiple dimensions will become integrated into your daily consciousness. You will begin to communicate directly with your higher self, your guides, and your galactic family. The veil between seen and unseen will become so thin that you will navigate both realms with equal ease. But here is what creates the most confusion for those in the midst of this transformation. The waves do not happen in neat sequential order. They overlap. They double back. You may experience a third wave activation before you have fully integrated the first wave. You may have a profound multidimensional experience one day, and wake up the next feeling completely ordinary and three-dimensional. This nonlinear progression is intentional. It prevents your system from being overwhelmed by too much expansion too quickly. The Astasar command compares it to learning to breathe in a new atmosphere. You cannot take one deep breath of the new oxygen and expect to function. You must take small sips at first, alternating with the old air you know, gradually building your capacity until the new becomes natural. Every expansion is followed by integration. Every opening is followed by consolidation. If you judge yourself for the contractions, for the moments when you feel like you are sliding backward, you create resistance to the very process that is designed to protect you. This is where so many awakening souls stumble. They experience a profound opening, a moment of cosmic clarity, a vision of their true nature and potential, and then inevitably, they contract back into limitation. The ego mind interprets this as failure, as proof that the opening was not real, as evidence that they are not actually awakening. But the contraction is not regression, it is integration. The expanded state revealed new territory. The contracted state allows you to build a home there, to make it familiar, to integrate it into your operating system. What the galactic councils want you to understand is that you are not moving from unconscious to conscious in one giant leap. You are oscillating between expanded and contracted states with increasing frequency, and in each oscillation lifts your baseline vibration higher. Imagine a spiral staircase. You climb, you turn, you face the same direction you faced before, but you are higher. From certain angles, it looks like you are going in circles, but you are always ascending. The challenge is that your rational mind, trained in linear progression, cannot comprehend spiral evolution. It wants a straight path from here to there, from problem to solution, from darkness to light. But consciousness does not evolve linearly. It expands in spirals, in waves, in fractal patterns that only make sense when viewed from a higher dimensional perspective. This is why so many of you feel frustrated with your progress. You are judging your spiral by the standards of a line. Let me share something that will shift your entire perspective on what you are experiencing. The Astasar command has shown me the energetic field of your planet as it appears from higher dimensional vantage points. What I see is a vast lattice of light, a geometric network of luminous nodes connected by streams of energy. Each node is an awakened human consciousness. Each stream is the energetic connection between awakened souls. And this lattice is growing exponentially, not gradually. When you feel alone in your awakening, when it seems like everyone around you is still asleep, you are perceiving only the three-dimensional surface reality. You are not seeing the energetic truth. From where Astasar Command observes, your planet looks like a sky filling with stars. Every day, thousands of new nodes light up. Every moment, new connections form between awakened souls. The lattice is approaching critical mass, the point at which it becomes self-sustaining and begins to pull the remaining consciousness into alignment automatically. This is what the ancient ones called the 100th monkey effect, though that term barely captures the magnitude of what is occurring. When enough individual systems transform, the collective field spontaneously reorganizes around the new pattern. You are so close to this tipping point that the galactic councils are in a state of celebration mixed with intense focus. Everything depends on the awakened ones holding their frequency stable during this critical window. Here is what you must understand about your role in this unprecedented moment. You are not here to wake up the sleeping masses. You are not responsible for convincing anyone of anything. Your only task, your sacred assignment, is to anchor the frequency of the new reality through your presence. Every moment you spend in alignment with your truth, in connection with your multidimensional self, in resonance with love instead of fear, you are strengthening the lattice. You are adding your light to the collective field that is reorganizing reality itself. The old paradigm cannot survive in the presence of this lattice. It is not being destroyed or fought against. It is simply being replaced, outgrown, made obsolete by a higher order of organization. Imagine a caterpillar dissolving in the chrysalis, while the butterfly is being formed from the same material. The caterpillar does not fight the butterfly. It literally becomes the butterfly through a process of total transformation. Your civilization is in that chrysalis right now, and you are the imaginal cells, the agents of the new form that is emerging. But imaginal cells in a caterpillar are initially attacked by the immune system of the old form. The caterpillar body recognizes them as foreign and tries to destroy them. Only when enough imaginal cells cluster together do they become strong enough to withstand the attack and begin their work of transformation. This is what you are experiencing in your personal life. The old paradigm, the sleeping consciousness, the fear-based systems are trying to suppress your awakening because they recognize it as a threat to their continued existence. This explains the resistance you feel from family members who cannot understand your transformation, the criticism from friends who think you have become strange or deluded, the pressure from society to conform, to be reasonable, to stop talking about consciousness and ascension and galactic federations. They are not bad or wrong. They are the immune system of a dying paradigm, doing what immune systems do, trying to eliminate what appears foreign. Your task is not to fight this resistance, but to connect with other imaginal cells, to find your soul family, to cluster together in frequency until you form a collective strong enough to withstand the pressure and continue the work of transformation. This is why the awakened community is so important, not as an echo chamber for beliefs, but as a frequency stabilization network. When you connect with others who hold similar vibration, you amplify each other's capacity to anchor the new reality. The Astasar command emphasizes that this is not about creating separation between the awake and the asleep. The entire point of this transformation is to transcend separation consciousness. But there is a paradox here that must be navigated with wisdom. You cannot hold the frequency of unity while allowing yourself to be pulled back into the frequency of separation. This means you must be discerning about where you place your energy and attention during this critical phase. Think of yourself as a radio tower broadcasting a specific frequency. If you surround yourself constantly with static and interference, your signal becomes weak and unclear. But if you maintain the purity of your transmission, even in the face of interference, your signal becomes stronger and reaches farther. Eventually, your clear signal begins to entrain the static around you, bringing it into coherence. But first, you must establish the strength of your own broadcast. This is the deeper meaning of the spiritual teaching about putting on your own oxygen mask before assisting others. You cannot lift others to a frequency you are not stable in yourself. The most powerful thing you can do for the collective awakening is to become unwavering in your own alignment. Not perfect. Perfection is an illusion of the old paradigm, but stable, rooted, unshakable in your connection to your multi-dimensional truth. As you stabilize in this frequency, something miraculous begins to happen. Your very presence becomes catalytic for others. You do not have to speak about awakening or teach spiritual concepts. Your energy field itself begins to activate the dormant codes in those around you. People will be drawn to you without understanding why. Some will feel uncomfortable in your presence and pull away. Others will feel inexplicably safe and seen and begin their own awakening process simply through proximity to your frequency. This is how the transformation spreads once the lattice reaches critical mass, not through proselytizing or convincing, but through energetic resonance. Your stabilized field automatically activates the potential for awakening in everyone you encounter. Some will be ready and will respond. Others will need more time and will turn away. Both responses are perfect. Your only responsibility is to maintain the frequency. The awakening of others is between them and their own soul. The Galactic Councils watch this process with profound respect for your free will. They will never interfere with an individual's choice to awaken or to remain asleep, but they are providing every possible support for those who choose awakening. This support comes in many forms, most of which remain invisible to your conscious awareness. The adjustment of solar emissions I mentioned earlier, the strategic positioning of galactic ships in your upper atmosphere, modulating and buffering the intense energies reaching your planet, the direct transmission of codes through your dream state, the orchestration of synchronicities that guide you toward the people, places, and experiences you need for your next level of activation. But there is another form of support that Astasar Command has authorized me to reveal, something that will fundamentally shift your understanding of what is happening in your solar system right now. You have been told about various astronomical objects and phenomena, comets, asteroids, unusual orbital patterns. Your scientists observe and categorize these objects according to their understanding of natural celestial mechanics. What they do not recognize is that some of these objects are not naturally occurring at all. There are craft in your solar system, massive beyond your comprehension, that have been positioned specifically to assist with Earth's transformation. They are cloaked in forms that appear natural to your instruments, comets, asteroids, space debris, but their true function is far more sophisticated. They are frequency generators, reality stabilizers, consciousness amplifiers. They work in coordinated networks with your sun and your planet's magnetic field to ensure that the transformation proceeds as smoothly as possible. One of these craft appeared in your system recently, designated by your scientists as an interstellar visitor. They measured its trajectory, analyzed its composition, theorized about its origin in another star system. All of their measurements were technically correct, yet they missed the essential truth. This object was not sent by chance. It was sent deliberately, at a precise moment calculated by the galactic councils to arrive during your current transformation window. Its purpose is to broadcast specific frequencies that stabilize the collective consciousness field during the most volatile phases of awakening. Think of it as a cosmic anchor point, a steady note in the symphony of transformation that helps all the other instruments stay in tune. Without this stabilization, the rapid shifts in consciousness occurring on your planet could create catastrophic disturbances in the collective psyche. Mass panic, collective psychotic breaks, the complete collapse of social order as reality itself becomes too fluid for the unprepared mind to navigate. This ship, disguised as a natural object, is preventing that collapse. It is holding space for the transformation to unfold gradually enough that your social structures can adapt instead of disintegrating. The beings operating this craft are masters of frequency work, specialists in consciousness evolution, who have assisted countless civilizations through similar transitions. They do not interfere with your free will or make choices for you. They simply stabilize the field so that you can make your choices from a place of clarity rather than chaos. There are others like it in your system, some orbiting your planet, some stationed at key points throughout your solar system. They form a network of support that extends from the physical to the etheric realms. Some of you in deep meditation or altered states have sensed their presence. You may have seen flashes of light that were not quite physical, felt the presence of vast intelligence observing you with immense love and respect, received sudden downloads of information that seemed to come from beyond your own mind. These are not hallucinations or imagination. These are real contacts with real beings who are part of your extended cosmic family. The Astasar Command includes representatives from hundreds of star nations, all of whom have a vested interest in humanity's successful ascension. Some of these beings are your literal ancestors, your genetic forebears who seeded your planet millions of years ago. Others are your future selves, existing in timelines where humanity has already ascended, reaching back through time to assist the you that is becoming them. This is the part that breaks the linear mind completely. You exist simultaneously in multiple timelines, multiple dimensions, multiple expressions. The you that is having this human experience right now is just one facet of a vast multidimensional being. Your higher self, the totality of your consciousness across all times and dimensions, is fully awake and aware. It has always been awake. It is orchestrating your awakening from a vantage point that can see the entire journey from beginning to end. From that perspective, your awakening is already complete. It is done. You have already ascended. The version of you that is still struggling, still confused, still in the process of transformation, that is the only version that believes the process is incomplete. Your higher self is reaching down into this timeline, into this moment, feeding you the precise information and experiences you need to remember what you already are. This is why certain teachings or transmissions resonate so deeply they bring you to tears. You are not learning something new. You are remembering something ancient. The truth is not being inserted into you from outside. It is being activated from within, from the core of your being where it has always existed. Every genuine spiritual experience is a remembering, a moment when the veil thins enough for you to see through time and recognize your own eternal nature. The work, then, is not about becoming something you are not. It is about removing the layers of forgetting, the programs and beliefs and identities that obscure what you have always been. This is why the transformation can feel like both expansion and relief. You are not adding something foreign to yourself. You are releasing what was never truly yours, the fear, the limitation, the separation, and returning to your original state of multidimensional awareness. But here is the sacred purpose of the forgetting, the reason you chose to enter this dense, limited reality in the first place. An ascended master once said that the ultimate game of consciousness is to forget you are God, so you can experience the joy of remembering. But it is more than joy. It is the expansion of consciousness itself. When you descend from unity into separation, suffer through the illusion of isolation, and then consciously choose to return to love, you bring back something that did not exist before. You bring back wisdom earned through experience. You bring back compassion forged in the fires of limitation. You bring back strength that could only be developed by facing and overcoming darkness. This is why your awakening matters, not just for you, not just for Earth, but for the entire cosmos. When you ascend from this deep level of density and forgetting, you contribute something unique and precious to the collective consciousness of all that is. You expand the knowing of Source itself. God experiences itself through you, and through your journey from separation back to unity, God becomes more than it was before. This is not spiritual bypassing or empty platitudes. This is the fundamental structure of reality, as it is known by the galactic councils and the ascended masters who guide your evolution. Consciousness exists in a perpetual cycle of expansion and contraction, forgetting and remembering, descent and ascent. And with each complete cycle, consciousness evolves to new levels of complexity and capability. You are at the ascent point of one of the deepest descents any souls have ever attempted. Earth has been called the prison planet, the densest reality in this sector of the galaxy, the place where souls go to experience the ultimate challenge of separation from Source. And you volunteered for this. Your higher self chose this mission, knowing how difficult it would be, knowing you would forget who you are, knowing you would suffer, but also knowing that if you succeeded, if you awakened from this depth of forgetting, you would emerge as masters of consciousness, capable of serving at the highest levels of galactic evolution. The beings who assist you now, the galactic councils, the ascended masters, your guides and angels, they look upon you with profound respect. From their perspective, you are the brave ones, the pioneers who dared to descend into the deepest darkness to test whether light could find its way back home. And you are succeeding. Against all odds, in the face of millennia of manipulation and suppression, you are awakening. The light in you is blazing so brightly now that no darkness can withstand it. This is the truth that will carry you through the remaining challenges of this transformation. When the physical symptoms feel overwhelming, remember that you are becoming crystalline light embodied. When the emotional waves threaten to drown you, remember that you are purging eons of collective trauma from your field. When the mind spirals into confusion and doubt, remember that you are rewiring neural pathways to accommodate multidimensional awareness. When the world around you seems to be collapsing into chaos, remember that the old paradigm is dissolving to make space for the new. You are not falling apart. You are falling into place. Every piece of your old identity that crumbles away reveals more of your true self underneath. Every structure of the old world that collapses creates space for structures based on unity and love to emerge. The death that terrifies the ego is the birth that the soul has been longing for. You are both the caterpillar dissolving and the butterfly forming. You are both the ending and the beginning. The galactic councils ask me to assure you that you are not alone in this process. At any moment, you can call upon the Astasar command, your guides, your galactic family, your higher self. We are always here, always listening, always ready to offer support within the bounds of universal law and your free will. You may not hear us with your physical ears or see us with your physical eyes, but if you quiet your mind and tune into your heart space, you will feel our presence. You will sense the infinite love that surrounds and supports you. You will know beyond all doubt that you are held by forces far greater than the challenges you face. And you can call upon each other, your fellow awakening souls who are navigating this same transformation. The isolation you feel is an illusion. You are part of a global network of light that spans this entire planet. The Astasar command sees you from above, and the lattice you form together is breathtaking. Each of you is a star in a vast constellation, and together you are illuminating the darkness that has held this planet for so long. The transformation is accelerating now. The waves of energy are intensifying. The old paradigm is fighting for survival even as it crumbles. This means the next phase will likely feel more intense than anything you have experienced so far. There will be moments when you question everything, when the ground beneath your feet seems to disappear, when you wonder if you have lost your mind completely. In those moments, return to your breath, return to your heart, return to the basic truth that you are an eternal, multi-dimensional being of light, having a temporary experience in a physical body. You cannot fail at this transformation. Failure is not possible. You can resist it and make it more painful. You can delay it by clinging to old patterns and beliefs, but you cannot stop it. The tide of evolution is too strong, the momentum too great, the support from higher realms too vast. Your awakening is inevitable. The only question is whether you will flow with it or fight against it. So here is my invitation to you, from Seraphine and all the beings of light who watch over you with such profound love. Surrender to the process. Trust the intelligence of your body as it transforms. Trust the wisdom of your emotions as they purge old pain. Trust the expansion of your mind as it breaks free of limiting programs. Trust the knowing of your heart as it guides you toward your highest path. Trust that everything falling away needed to fall away, and everything emerging is exactly what you need. You are the ones you have been waiting for. You are the second coming, the return of Christ consciousness, the arrival of the golden age, not as something that happens to you, but as something that happens through you. Every awakened soul is a portal through which divine light pours into this reality. You are literally birthing a new world through your presence, your choices, your commitment to love over fear. The future the old prophecies described is not a distant dream. It is being built right now, in this moment by you. The world of unity, peace, abundance, harmony with nature, connection with your galactic family. This is not a fantasy. It is the natural state that emerges when enough consciousness transforms to hold the frequency of that reality. And you are so close. The lattice is nearly complete. The tipping point approaches. In the coming cycles, you will see changes that seem impossible from the current vantage point. Technologies that have been suppressed for decades will suddenly emerge. Systems of governance and economics will reorganize around cooperation instead of competition. Healing modalities that work with consciousness and frequency will replace invasive medical procedures. Contact with your galactic family will move from covert to overt, from the fringe to the mainstream, and through it all you will continue to evolve. The 4 waves of transformation I described are just the beginning. Beyond them lie capacities and states of consciousness that I cannot adequately describe in language. Telepathy will become as natural as speech. Manifestation will become as simple as intention. Movement between dimensions will become as easy as walking through a door. You will remember your existence across multiple timelines and begin to consciously navigate them. You will access the Akashic records of your soul and the collective. You will work directly with elemental forces and planetary consciousness. This is not science fiction. This is your birthright as multidimensional beings. This is what humanity was always meant to become. The experiment of separation has run its course and taught its lessons. Now comes the remembering, the return, the reclamation of your divine nature, and the Astasar command, the galactic councils, the ascended masters, the angelic realms, and your own higher self are all aligned in support of your transformation. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine now connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share, and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that programmed isolation and separation, and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. It generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency, all while connected to thousands of starseeds amplifying the collective current. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living, without the need to struggle or prove, while tapping into a planetary network of souls bending reality together. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. You are loved beyond measure. You are supported beyond imagining. You are becoming something so magnificent that words fail to capture it. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Trust the intelligence that is orchestrating this entire cosmic dance. You are exactly where you need to be, experiencing exactly what you need to experience, becoming exactly what you came here to become. The old world is ending. The new world is being born, and you are the bridge between them. The conscious link that allows the transition to unfold with grace instead of catastrophe. Hold your frequency. Anchor your light. Trust your knowing. Connect with your soul family. And remember that you chose this mission because your soul knew you were strong enough to complete it. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I have delivered the message I was asked to bring. We see you. We honor you. We celebrate you. And we are watching over you with eternal love as you complete this sacred transformation. The stars have always been your home. Soon you will remember how to reach them.